So, welcome to Leanne Chase, and I'm Julie Boyd, and the two of us are going to be sharing some of the wonderful results that Leanne has seen from this year's 30-day Whole Body Detox program. Leanne and I have actually been friends for several decades, to say the least. And when I look at Leanne today, to me, she looks healthier than she ever did when we first met, which is amazing. And Leanne, really nice to see you today. And I would just love for you to share a little bit about yourself, what you do for, what you do for work or for business, and a bit about your family before we get started about the detox.
Sure. Thanks for having me, Julie. I love talking about my family for sure. For me, I am a Zumba instructor. So I've been teaching Zumba for about 6.5 years. I've been in the industry for over 20 years. I have a business with USANA, and I also run a coaching business, teaching people a healthier lifestyle. So I meld all those things together and create health for myself, my family, and the people who are interested in creating that kind of healthy lifestyle. My husband and I have been married for over 19 years now. We've been together for a long time.
Yeah.
We have 3 beautiful boys. Logan is 13, Mason is 11, and Jacob is 8. So they're all highly active kids. They all play hockey. Right now, Logan's playing rugby. He'll be playing softball and soccer soon, and Jacob baseball and soccer. So we're a family on the go, and my husband travels a lot, and he also plays hockey. And he's been training a lot lately. He's doing a lot of different, like the Beachbody programs, and he trains with his friends and gets them motivated. So it's really cool to see that happening. And it's just, we have a very active lifestyle, and I like to be as fit as possible. I can't speak for everybody else, but I know that when we're eating healthy, when we're living healthier, everything runs so much smoother.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, you last year you participated in the 30-day Whole Body Detox sort of on your own, right? Wasn't really you just sort of went for it. Tell me a little bit about your first year.
So I did it 2
years ago. Yeah. Okay.
So I did it 2 years ago as the 30 days. And I had a great experience. I didn't release any weight, but I released inches, which for me, that was still good, because that was a great benefit. Mm-hmm. And last year, I don't believe that I dove into it.
You were going through a lot last year personally, I remember now. So you were trying to figure out some of your own health challenges and things. So
exactly. So, being a woman, I'm 43 years old, and I found at the age of 40, my body was just saying, no, you can't do this anymore. So changing the way I ate, changed the way I exercise, changed the way I do everything was part of my learning. And definitely this detox was huge for me, because even though I teach and I help other people achieve their healthiest lifestyles, and I do all kinds of label reading work. I do so many different things with foods. This 30-day challenge, the reset, my whole family was on board. Mm-hmm. So that meant it wasn't just me taking care of me, it was me taking care of everybody. So things had to taste a little differently, because for me, I'll eat pretty much anything, but getting rid of the bread, getting rid of the butter, getting rid of cereal, getting rid of all these like pizza and ice cream, and not like we're not junk foodaholics by any means, but they like their bagel in the morning every once in a while. They like their cereal, and those are the big things that interfere in the healthier lifestyle. And so we eliminated that stuff, and it was such a huge improvement. Like when I had posted that we, as a family, we released over 19 pounds. And I'm not encouraging people to get on the scale and weigh your kids and like, like be regimented about that. But for me, it was a number just to base it on, to see what kind of results we got. It's not something we did every day. We did it at the beginning, we did it at the end, and we won't do it for a long time. It was just that purpose. And the other thing was 10.5 inches around the waist accumulatively. So that's huge.
So big. Because we know that like belly fat is the most dangerous. And especially for men, I mean, your boys are still fairly young, but I mean, if you're being aware of where that, we kind of think we joke that it's cute around our kids, so they have a little, belly or whatever, but really we need to pay attention to where our fat is in our body. So it was a really good measurement for you to take. What I love too is like you didn't single anybody out. It was just as a family, these were our results, which is good because it allows everyone to feel good about the results, and you're not singling anybody out because your boys are all so different shapes, different sizes, different ages. So you're doing all the right things as a parent as well. Because we say with the 30-day whole body detox, it's not meant to exclude your family. And I think you showed us in 30 days how you could really include your entire family. So share with me, for example, some of the ideas that you had for snacks, like after school snacks is a big one for a lot of people with kids. What were some of the ideas you used during the 30-day whole body detox?
Well, one of the easiest things that I did was either a big plate of fruit, like I cut oranges and kiwis and banana and apple, like anything. I still have a lot of fruit, and I put it on a plate and it was gone. Like if it's there, the kids are going to eat no matter what. That or a plate of veggies and hummus, they ate it. It was so easy. Yes, there was other things I made, like made some energy bites.
Smoothies.
Like I made different things, but the easiest was the big plate of fruit or the big plate of veggies. And I'd make smoothies as well.
Yeah. And I think people get so worried about having protein all the time and like, oh, we're not getting enough protein. And, protein does give you more sustained energy. But one of the things that we need to think about is like, if we look at the whole day, right? Like, where's our protein coming in? So if you have a snack that doesn't have protein, especially like when you've got really active children, people might be worried about the fruit and sugar. So this program natural sugar is allowed because it came from a tree, that's the way it was made and you eat it. And especially like you said, your family's really active. So that kind of healthy, easily accessible energy will actually give them some good energy to go into an activity, which I think you have activities almost every night with somebody, right? So great ideas. What about some of the meals that you made? What were some of the sort of staple meals that you kind of created? And I'm curious to see actually if there's any of those meals that you'll be continuing to make now that your family has done the program.
Well, it's interesting because there was a lot of meals that I'd already created before. I regularly made stuff like just a simple stir fry. We'd have chicken, veggies, like very, very basic. But the one thing that I did do was I made my own sauces. So like the peanut sauce, I found stuff online, and if it had things that weren't detox friendly, then I'd switch it out. Like I'd put, instead of brown sugar, I'd put maple syrup. I use maple syrup in a lot of things. For a curry sauce, for a teriyaki sauce, for different sauces, I would just mix it up. And it really doesn't take long to mix up these different sauces. But the stir fry is very much a staple in our house. Yep. For dinners, pretty much the stir fry is the most.
Well, because I mean, you have so much free time to cook for your family, right?
Yeah, right.
So this is the thing is I, want to be clear, like Leanne's got 3 boys that are in all kinds of sports and activities, 2 that go to one school, 1 that goes to another school. She's running a business. She's got Zumba. Her husband is traveling, yet you were able to do, and like when he travels, he's gone for a week at a time. Like it's not like he's just gone for a night. He's gone. You're on your own. So you were able to make this work. And that's what's amazing is you figured it out and you took the time to post on your Facebook.
I did.
Tell us where your Facebook page is because there's so many inspiration on your Facebook page. Where do we find that?
On my Healthy Chase page?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? So just Healthy Chase. It's
Super simple.
Yeah. Look for Healthy Chase.
Lots of Facebook Live. You found time to do Facebook Live every day to talk about different things. Now, was there any beautiful, wonderful surprises that came out of the 30-day Whole Body Detox?
Well, as I had mentioned to you before, I'll try not to cry this time. My youngest, who is, he's a larger boy, and he said to me one day, "Mom, I ran really fast today. I feel really good." I'm like saying, "Okay, well, didn't you feel good before?" And he goes, "Well, since we've been doing this diet, I feel a lot more energy. I feel I can run faster." And so that just, that it makes my heart warm to know that my child is connecting what he's putting into his body to how he's feeling. Like, he's 8 years old.
And didn't he say too his knees were hurting before?
His knees, no.
Oh, okay. I thought you said his knees were hurting. Okay, and that his knees hurt when he ran, and now they don't. But his legs were hurting, and now they don't. Okay,
his legs in general, he said, yeah.
That's a big change. That you're right. That connection of I'm eating food, and I feel differently when I exercise. That's huge for a child to understand, like food as fuel. So really important lessons you've learned. And was it Mason that did a
slam?
It was Mason that did a slam. So tell us a little bit about that, because I think that's really funny.
So Mason's my 11-year-old, and in grade 5 and 6 they do these poetry. They're called slams, and basically it's like a rap or like a rhythmic type of emotional type of poem. And so he did it on diets, and it's all in French, so not everybody understands it, but he basically said, "No cake, no pizza, no ice cream. What's this world coming to?" And he's like, I'm gonna starve. And he just goes on and about how he'd have something on his plate, but my mom says, "No, you can't have that. It's got too much fat. It's got this and that." It's hilarious. And for him, like, he's brought that kind of environment, not a negative environment, but just what he's going through. He brought it out in public. Like, he was publicly telling people what he was feeling. Like, yes, you can have chocolate and you can't have all this stuff during that detox. And so he was like, a typical 11-year-old boy, "What do you mean I can't have that?" But he did it. Like, he was really, really diligent throughout the whole 30 days. I mean, yes, here and there they're gonna sneak in something, or they're with their friends or somewhere else where I don't have any control of, but this is what he was feeling. And at the end of the 30-day detox, even though he was craving pizza and he was craving this and that, he felt really good, and he felt stronger, and he lost a couple inches around his waist, because he's going through puberty, and he's a lot of boys and girls will carry a little extra weight around their belly. And he was a little concerned about it. And even though he didn't have any concern, he didn't have anything to be concerned about. And I kept telling him, "You're going to grow in the next year. You're going to probably grow another 6 inches, and you're going to stretch right out." But so he released a couple inches, and he's like putting on his macho looks. And but he felt really good, and he learned about wheat and gluten, and like, he was listening, he was paying attention. There were things that were on the label, like, I think there's alcohol in the tamari sauce.
You mean wheat?
And what's that?
Alcohol in
tamari. Yeah, there's alcohol.
Okay.
And it's just how they make it. And he goes, "Mom, there's alcohol in this. You're not allowed alcohol." I'm like, well, like, he's like reading everything. And so he understands, and he brought it, like I said, he brought it into his classroom. He brought it in public, because he said it in front of, like, there was like 100 people that he presented it to. And he's doing it again this week to even more people.
Oh, did he win and go on to the next level?
So it was more of a there was no, it wasn't a contest. It was like an open up, and if you want to present, you can present.
Okay.
And now the one that they're doing on this Thursday, they could win different prizes. So it's pretty exciting.
It is very exciting. Okay, hang on. So the one, of course, that we haven't talked about is, I mean, you have a teenage son. So how was his reaction to all of this?
He was perfectly fine with everything. And actually, the day he said, because last week we kind of went off and I haven't been around for a couple days. And he's like, Mom, can you start making those healthy meals again?
What a win as a mom. That's amazing.
I know. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Yes, I will be making more meals this week. It was just it was an off week last week, but if anything, he's the one that has really appreciated it, and his taste buds have totally changed.
So good. Well, listen, Leanne, I'm so proud of you and your family. Really amazing. I love it. And you know what? If you think about it, if you only did this 1 month out of the year, as your children grow, even if their habits aren't perfect, but look at Logan, like your oldest one, who's like actually wanting to change habits for life. Like you're just setting them up for success. So just wanted to say thank you so much for sharing your wonderful story with us. You're going to inspire a lot of moms to help their family do the detox this year and hopefully for many years to come. So thank you so much, my friend. And
thank you.
If you could give one last piece of advice for any moms who want to do this with their families, what would that number one piece of advice be?
Just do it. Just say, this is how we're going to eat for the next 30 days. And actually, like one of the things that my husband had mentioned, because he's very analytical, he wished that I had kind of gone through the steps with him a little bit more before we started, like what we're not supposed to be eating, what we got to cut down, just for him, because he likes the information. So just give them a little more information of why you're doing it, why it's healthier for them, and what we're eliminating, kind of go through, well, why we're eliminating it, just to give them a heads up so that they're prepared and they understand better why they're doing the detox.
Awesome. And the guidebook that comes with the program is a really great resource to help you if you don't know why we're eliminating different things. So thanks again, Leanne, and your story, I'm sure, will inspire lots of people.
Thank you.